Hi everyone, this is your daily Oracle card reading for Tuesday the 31st of October. Happy Halloween, and I'm using the Halloween Oracle. I don't get to use this deck very often, obviously, so on Halloween I love to use it. And here it says even on the box, lifting the veil between the worlds every night. So Halloween is a time when the veil between the worlds is thinnest. It's, originally a pagan festival, and it's when the darkness is at its strongest and we're changing seasons, and there's an opportunity to connect with kind of the intuitive hidden realms. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today and what the energy is about. Wow, okay, so we've got the skull of light, which is illumination. Then we have joy, rejoicing in the present. And then we have scrying, which is intuition. Wow, okay. So this Halloween is going to be, I get the sense that it's going to be quite a light one. Last year we had quite a heavy one, and it felt quite dark and scary. On this Halloween, first of all, the skull of light, illumination, is about understanding, insight. I mean, it looks kind of scary because it's a skull, but it's about clarity, enlightenment, depth of understanding, and really realizing something about yourself, which is interesting because yesterday we were already building up to this. So this Halloween is about lifting the veil between the worlds, but it's also lifting the veil between your conscious self and your unconscious self, and really shining some light of truth onto who you are internally, and seeing what's going on and seeing what your part is in things. Like for instance, if you have a pattern of relationships that is just really dysfunctional, and your relationships simply don't work out, and you end up dating the same guy over and over and over again, there's going to be something in you that attracts that. There's something in you that vibrates at that frequency, which attracts these people to you. And with this illumination, this skull of light, you're going to be able to shine the light of truth onto those things. And when we see these things about ourselves, they don't feel pleasant, but it's much better to face them and look at them rather than have them operating kind of underneath the surface, sabotaging us for the rest of our lives. So it's either, a moment of discomfort where it's like, oh my God, I'm so overbearing in my relationships, versus not looking at it, staying in denial, and just continuing to be overbearing, and then saying, I wonder why all my girlfriends kind of run away from me. That's the difference. So it's about the choice that you've got. You can either look and see and do the inner work and see what's going on. If you do, you'll be able to experience real joy, and you'll be able to rejoice in the present because you've let go of something, you've brought light in your life. And this is really the epitome of light. I mean, this understanding then turns into a magical light fairy, which really just brings light into the darkness. Because now here in Europe, and I think most places, the clocks have gone back for 1 hour. So now we're entering a 6-month period of there being much more darkness in the external world. And it kind of makes sense in an unusual kind of metaphysical balancy kind of way, that because there's more darkness now externally, we have the opportunity to shine more light on our insides, and to create more light and joy and love in our inner lives. And because of that, we can fill ourselves with light and then go out into the world and spread that light and share that with other people. And that's really what's going to attract other people to us. Imagine if you're sitting in a room that's, really just dimly lit with a bunch of people and they're smoking cigarettes, and then someone walks through the door and they are just shining and they're radiant and they have this charisma and energy about them. You're going to be drawn to that person, whether you know them or not, whether you think they're physically attractive or not. It's the light that attracts you. It's not, the fact that, oh, okay, he's got a 34-inch waist or 30 whatever. It's about the energy, and it's about the feeling that can be generated. And that's light. I don't say this enough, I don't think, because it's a very strange truth that I've kind of come to realize. The strongest force in the universe is light. Doing light work, just doing simple things that seem ridiculously simple, like surrounding yourself in white light, or green light from Archangel Raphael, or purple light from Archangel Michael. Those things are really, really effective, and they really change things on a frequency level. And when we believe something, and when we exude an energy or a charisma or an aura, it's strong enough to change the world, because the world isn't this solid mass. It's tangible, it's flexible, and what we put into it and the energy we give off is going to be returned to us. So our inner landscape creates the external landscape, and vice versa, and the two are constantly bouncing back and forth between each other. So when something negative happens, for instance, then it's important to not just say, oh, the whole world is negative because this one thing happened to me, but it's to see your part in it, to illuminate the situation, to see what happened, what was going on, to get the enlightenment, to take responsibility for your actions. And then to have the freedom to say, okay, that didn't work so much, I'm not going to do that. That will then bring you much more joy, and you can rejoice in the present moment. Finally, we've got scrying, which is intuition. Now, it is Halloween, and the veil is thinner. So if you want to resolve something with a family member, if you want to go see a medium or connect with people on the other side, this is really a good day to do it. I know it's kind of corny because it's Halloween and you're going to go see a medium or do a seance or something, but it really is a good time to finish unresolved business if you do have something unresolved. If there's something that you've wanted to say to a deceased loved one or a parent, like if the last time you spoke to them was an argument, and then the next call you got was, we're very sorry, but unfortunately this loved one has passed away in an accident or something like that, then you may still have unfinished business and you may want to say something to that person. This Halloween is very light, and it's all about illuminating things and resolving things and gaining greater understanding and creating more joy and light. So it is a good time to connect with those deceased loved ones, and you can either do that yourself or you can go see a medium. Because then you'll be able to, again, see your part in it, see what was happening in the situation, resolve it, let it go, and create more space for joy to come into your life. So connecting with people who may be playing on your mind, or you may feel stuck because of that situation. Today is the day where you can resolve it. And your intuition in itself is going to be heightened. So you can either do that yourself by looking inwards and kind of scrying within, using your intuition to look at yourself, or you can do it externally by connecting with deceased loved ones yourself or with a medium. Both of those activities are going to result in you being more free and enlightened within yourself, and having more freedom in your life to enjoy yourself, to have fun, and to just live and to be joyous and to be happy. So it doesn't look like a gloomy, scary Halloween at all. It looks like a very liberating and freeing Halloween, where we can take the darkness and transform it into light, which is what Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is all about. It's not just about, wandering in the darkness and saying everything is so dreadful. It's about looking at those things and being proactive and saying, I can do something with this, and I can turn it into one of my greatest strengths. If you've experienced hunger and real poverty, you're going to be someone, once you make it big and once you have more money, I bet you're going to be more generous to people who are in a similar position, because you've understood the darkness of what that feels like. And now that you're in a different position, you'll be much more willing to help others, because you have empathy and compassion. And that's how it works. When we transform our own pain, our own light, then it becomes easier for other people to become healed and transformed, because we've done it, and then we can contribute and heal other people. So it's a pass it forward kind of effect. So I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. If you're going to a party or you're dressing up, I hope you have loads of fun. I hope you have a really good time. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my readings, I use astrology, tarot cards, and numerology. And the astrology gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, strengths and weaknesses. I can also have a look at what's coming up for you in future in your love life, career-wise, finance, travel, where the best place to live is. I use astrocartography for that. So any of your questions I can answer. Get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.